Oh my gosh, I'm live. All right, everyone. I just had to come on here real quick because we have something to talk about here. This is the October issue of Vogue, and pass me the puke bucket. We are in for a doozy, folks. I don't even know where to start with this. I have like a thick amount of post-it notes of stuff that I just want to bitch about because this is disturbing. I don't know what is going on. This has been going on for a while, but like in particular, this issue right before the midterm is fucked up. So we're gonna go through this. Just like first of all, Jennifer Lawrence is the pinnacle of this like sort of third wave feminism, Hollywood media type. I don't really care for her. I fucking hated the Kill a Mockingbird or whatever. What was the fucking the three finger thing? I did not get into any of that. I couldn't read the books, any of that. No, 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 no. I never saw the Silver Linings Playbook. People said that was good, but honestly, I just don't really like her. I don't find her funny. I put her in like the Amy Poehler, Chelsea Handler. Is that her name? Chelsea Lately. That like that type of crew, where they think they're really fucking funny because they talk about their vaginas, but they just are not, and they're just awful people. So it says first we have other stars to this show though. It's not just Jennifer Lawrence. Everybody, we have Spotlight by Lana Dunham. That just one of those women who like this she has this appeal of like showing her disturbed body. Lana Dunham is like a perfect to co-host the co-host the cover with Jennifer Lawrence. I couldn't think of no one better than Lana Dunham. These two are pretty much the same person. Uh, they have a bit different backgrounds, but Lana is that grew up in wealth in Manhattan. Parents in the art scene type thing. Like talk about privilege. But she writes, I guess, an article called Marilyn and Me, which I keep using the word disturbed, but you guys, I don't like the fact that Marilyn Monroe and Lena Dunham are in the same sort of suggestion. That freaks me out. We're going to get to that one. And then, even better, if you couldn't think this isn't going to get political enough, we have, it's called Courage Under Fire, Ukraine's Olena Zelenska. I guess that is the wife, or do they have a different term for that in Ukraine? Um, Milkmaid? I don't know. Olena Zelenska, or maybe it's Zelensky, and I just don't know how to talk in fucking Ukrainian. But we had a nice little spotlight on her. And then this one down here about Jennifer Lawrence. It says, "You have to be political. Jennifer Lawrence is not holding back." Pass me the fucking puke bucket, you guys. I am just gonna like flip through this. It's of course like even though there's a white girl on the cover. Okay, let's not forget that pretty much every issue going back for a while. It's so black in here. It's so black. And I love good fashion photography. So if something is like well done, that's one thing. But this is not going to be well done. Um, Let's see. This first one is something to send to my sister. It's a coat. I'll show you. What is this, Max Mara? I'm such a person for texture, and both this long one that I'm tapping my middle finger with, and then this brown one, this chocolate brown one. I would rock both of them. I need both of them. Anybody hit me up? That's Max Mara. I think there's one in Chicago. Take me shopping. I would die. Um, so we have the editor's note or letter from the editor, and of course the editor in chief is Anna Wintour, who's been there for like almost like probably 3 decades, probably even longer. She's an old woman. Kind of respect her, but at the same time, I just don't really know. I think she oversees like most of Condé Nast publications, but um, Anna Wintour is like BFFs with Hillary Clinton. I remember I thought it was so curious and so bizarre that right after Trump got elected in 2016, I'm pretty sure he took a meeting with Anna Wintour at One World Trade Center because that's where their offices are. Um, I've been shedding like a bitch. Is anyone else shedding? But no, Anna Wintour, yeah, met with Donald Trump right shortly after I want to say like the day after the election. It was like very, very quickly. And I always wondered what they sort of talked about and whispered to each other. Because I'm sure they are like social, like it's all that same like New York literati, cognoscenti, whatever you want to call it. So I'm sure her and Donald Trump go way back. Um, but I always thought that was sort of an interesting. I don't know. I would like to be a fly on the wall in that conversation. But anyways, let's keep on moving. Just So I guess I think it was like Annie Leibovitz. Yeah, she's like always photographering everybody for Vogue. Um, these days, she's like not bad, Annie Leibovitz, but she's kind of boring. Again, it's very much that like empowered woman type of vibe. But she writes, Anna Montour writes, this is life or death, and for Zelenska, along with ordinary Ukrainians, they have been living in this harsh reality. I was moved by Annie's pictures, proud to publish them here with Rachel's updated profile, and cheered to see a viral movement of women worldwide who have honored Zelenska in a series of images on social media tagged hashtag sit like a girl. It's bizarre. Politics are everywhere. That is the reality brought home by our cover star, Jennifer Lawrence. Jennifer Lawrence, love her so much. In her characteristically no holds bar interview with Abby Aguirre. Abby met with Jennifer shortly after the Supreme Court overturned Roe v. Wade, and the actor was horrified. I've tried to get over it. I really can't. I just can't. A feeling of disbelief shared by so many of us. It reminds me, because we're here in Wisconsin, girl. This person Michaels is running for governor, and a lot of the anti-Michaels ads are how like he's like super against abortion and wants to like uphold Wisconsin's like 1848 abortion ban. I think it's even including like rape and incest. I don't really know, but it's almost like base as fuck. So whenever I see these ads that are supposed to try to make me not like him, I'm like, that makes me want to vote for him more. Don't kill your children, folks. um, yeah, so we'll get to that. It's an interesting little tidbit, though, that I guess Jennifer Lawrence's son. This kind of angered me when I figured this out. Her son is named Cy, like CY, as in like Cy Twombly, the post-American. I like a lot of his stuff. A lot of like Manhattan shitlibs love Cy Twombly, but I have to say, I like a lot of Cy Twombly stuff. A lot of like the flowers and stuff. Love it so much. I do. I have to admit. Okay, here's one that I did not understand. Okay, this is an article. This is an ad for Canada Goose, which are those like super bougie like parka, big jackets. They're like fucking grand tops, and I just like don't know about this ad, you guys. So it's Canada Goose. So I'm assuming it's like a company based out of Canada. Maybe I should look into that. But like, is this what you think of when you think of like Canada Goose jackets? Like maybe it's just me, but like I think this is I think this is a bit of a stretch, you guys. I mean, you know what? I'm a sucker for horses. I love horses so much, and this is a beautiful picture, and like the jacket looks comfortable and everything. But like, is that what's, like, going to sell you Canada Goose? Like, I'm not even trying to be mean, I'm just, like, so confused because we all know there are definitely Black women that ride horses, I think. I've never seen it before ever in my life. In fact, this might be the first time I've ever seen this. This is a photography for an advertisement for a fucking down goose feather jacket, and it's like, I'm not even trying to be mean, you guys, but, like, what is going on? It's crazy. Sorry, I just got back from a bike ride, which is why I look disgusting, and I'm realizing that as I continue. Here's another one for my sister. Uh, Here we go. So this is now Mirror Mirror. 60 years after her death, Marilyn Monroe is more resonant than ever. Is she a symbol, spirit guide, or cautionary tale? To Lena Dunham, the answer is everything at once. First of all, I hate that again that these two things are like in the same category, like Lena Dunham and Marilyn Monroe. And they use like a pretty photograph of Marilyn Monroe, but this is something I fucking hate. It's when like people are like, "Did you know Marilyn Monroe was like plus size?" I'm like, that's not plus size. That is just like a normal, beautiful looking woman. Okay. That is not plus size. Don't try to like make yourself feel better because someone else, Marilyn Monroe was not plus size. You are obese. Stop trying to make her more like you because she's not and never will be. Because she's fucking dead. I can't like read most of this because it's like so bad. I really need to like focus. It wasn't until my 33rd birthday that I really understood Marilyn Monroe in all her beautiful and pained glory. It wasn't, as these things go, a very happy birthday. The year 2018 had already yielded 3 humiliations: a stint in rehab, the loss of my fertility, and a breakup that everyone expected. Hard to know if that's the better or worse kind. Unlike the reticent Marilyn, whose early 30s produced her own 50-car pileup of public humiliation, but rarely I just, like, can't even read more of this. Yeah, so we hate that they call Marilyn Monroe plus size. Lena Dunham, I hate you so much. This just continues. Megan Fox probably got a tattoo of Marilyn and then had it removed, saying, I do not want to attract this kind of negative energy in my life. And it was easy to understand what she meant. Marilyn's fame is gigantic, but lonely, lasting, impersonal. Who, once they really looked at the facts, would want to wear that as a totem? As a young woman, I didn't care much about her. I was obsessed with those. Yeah, I can't continue. I'm sorry. I hate it so much. So I guess Gigi Hadid is launching Guest in Residence, her own label of wildly colorful cashmere. Um, so she's like going through a blonde phase right now. But Gigi Hadid, yeah, you know me, I love me some varsity shirts. My rugby shirts, we love like a good polo rugby shirt. Um, so like I don't mind. Like I don't know. Not awful. She's the one who has that child with Zayn from One Direction, who like got in a physical altercation with her mom, Yolanda Foster. Yolanda, you Dutch slut. Um, so that's kind of interesting. I should read more on that because the next page, I don't know, it just cash. I'm interested to see who buys her clothes, but then I can think when I think about it, I know exactly the market she's going for, and it's kind of fucking genius. So, wishing her success, though. She's probably she's like one of those crazy people who like put like the vote stuff up on Instagram for like the Democrats, right? I'm pretty sure she does that. Anyways, so continuing, we have more black. Rooms of Her Own in ritually atmospheric paintings, Danielle McKinney mines the interior lives of Black women by Alexis Okiawo. So this is an artist, and I bring it up because honestly, it's not exactly my style, and the camera's probably not going to pick this up right. But the way the red, there is something. I bet if I saw this in person, it would probably catch my eye for a moment. So not bad, you know. Um, we love spotlighting Black artists, right? And there's this other one. And again, I think the red with the skin is what kind of suckers me in. Again, I'm not. It's a little messy. I can do like some post impressionism, love impressionism, like Renoir, Monet. Don't get me started. Um, Maybe okay. Video idea. We need to go through some of our favorite impressionist paintings. Um, I can never fucking concentrate on one thing. Continuing, I think next is like the Zelensky. No, ugh, these are two like brutal ones to get through. I'm so sorry. So this is like the Jennifer Lawrence spotlight. This is funny because it's one of those things. She gets like 6 pages in the middle of the magazine, but then it's like another 4 pages in the back. And let's see, the here and now. Jennifer Lawrence is a happy new mom with a highly personal new film about trauma. Who could imagine a film about trauma? This is what I'm talking about. It's like that this particular girl, this eternally sick, fragile girl, oh, and she has a lot to say about politics. I couldn't imagine what she has to say, but I can't wait to hear it because we know we love it so much. The photography isn't that interesting, and I think I circled more stuff at the end because I did try to like read through it. Well, here's one. The various threads are weaved into a meditation on trauma. Okay, so I guess she has like her own like film production company. Sasha, if you're out there watching this, like, Jesus fucking Christ, if we had like the opportunity and the funds to like, I mean, we've talked about a magazine, but like a production company for like film and other type of like content like that. Like, could you imagine? Like, these are the type of people that are like running this stuff and producing this crap. You know, it's yeah. It's the first movie Lawrence has done with her production company, Excellent Cadaver. The company name refers to a Sicilian mafia term for a hit job on a high-profile person. I will have a target on my head every time I make a film, she joked. What? For a hit job, a mafia term for a hit job on a high-profile person. Honey. No, 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 no. But yeah, I guess this film that she's doing is a meditation on trauma, and an unusual one in ways I couldn't put my finger on. What the fuck? La la. Yeah, we're just gonna continue. I think I will give her credit. There's like a Dior book, like a big thick one, like the Oscillating types, kind of. Um, I have one of the Dior ones, but it's not this one. There's like some beautiful fashion photography, and Jennifer Lawrence is in one of the photos, and it is a very beautiful picture. We give credit where credit is due. Um, we just have a high bar. Okay, so now we're going to Elena Zelensky, the wife, mistress, and milkmaid of President Zelensky of Ukraine. Love him so much. Uh, Portrait of bravery as the war. So it's like, did they go there to Ukraine and like film this? Like, so I'm thinking they had like a whole makeup team, and they're like the money funneled through this country in the past the past decade, if not longer. Um, could buy me some pretty nice things. Could probably buy me an entire country. Probably buy me Ukraine. As the war in Ukraine drags on, First Lady Olena Zelenska has become a key player, a frontline diplomat, and the face of her nation's emotional toll. Rachel Doniato travels to Kiev to meet her, photographed by Anna Leibovitz. Love her so much. Yawn. So it's like a lot of these like really intense. Like I didn't read this one because the Ukraine stuff like bores me to fucking tears. Sorry. Here we go. This is a fashion. This is a Vogue October. Okay, like what are we doing? No, I just like look at you guys. You guys, what the fuck is going on? Oh my gosh, like and this is just the middle of the magazine. It goes on in the back, as you'll see. It's just continues and continues, and it's just so frustrating because no one wants to fucking read this. Everyone would buy the fashion magazines back in the day because it was a way to escape from their shitty lives, and now they force you to listen to this crap everywhere, and it sucks. It sucks so much. Um, and the parts that I'm skipping over, by the way, it's all just like literally like black advertising. This is kind of interesting. It's called the F Factor. It's as Fendi celebrates all that New York City has given it. A baguette-toting Marc Jacobs does a star turn for the house by Lynn Yeager, photographed by Annie Leibovitz. Love her so much. Lynn Yeager, I actually like. I bet if I put up a picture, everyone would be like, "Oh my god!" But I kind of madly respect her. I've read and like kind of followed her for a while. She used to write for The Village Voice and The Cut in The New Yorker. And I don't know, she had like a personal voice in her writing that I liked. There were a couple videos I know. She probably still is BFFs with the guy Mikey from like Paper Magazine, and they had like done like videos. This is like old YouTube. This is like 2006, 2007, and just like a really interesting personality. And like Marc Jacobs, I love, especially as he's an American. We love it so much. Look at that Fendi baguette. That's kind of hot, isn't it? With his tattoos. I hate when fucking men and so many dudes so many women dudes do the whole nail painting thing, and it's so cringe. But that bag is kind of fucking cool. Sacha. But yeah, Marc Jacobs, he interviews very, very well, and he's like a shitload like the rest of them, but he's kind of interesting. And I remember there was this one, I don't know if it was the New York Times or someone did a really good interview with him, and he's like just sitting there chain smoking by this like epic fireplace. And the guy's like answering all these questions because I guess he used to be like a meth addict at some point. I don't know. We love a good story arc, but it's like what he was like. What are your favorite things in the world to Marc Jacobs? And he's like sleeping and smoking because he just loves smoking cigarettes, and that's something we all know that understand and love so much. But yeah, this just basically talks about this collaboration. Which again, it's just because we're at a dead end and so every single one of our cultural places, again, architecture is the way out of here, but this this constant like collaboration, and just because everything's so like derivative and they don't have anything like new or genuine, which just kind of gets to a point that it's just like so boring. But on a high note, they did this last thing, just one thing. I thought was kind of cute, and I love. They didn't have it in this issue, which made me sad, but maybe this is what makes up for it because they usually do some sort of like architecture spotlight or like garden spotlight kind of. It's hard to describe. But this is an Asian chick in a very British environment. Come on, contrast. But it's pretty. She's blonde. These it's just one. This is okay. Just one thing. These hardware-heavy Miu Miu boots were made for stomping the English countryside, as Leela Moss. Oh, maybe she's not Asian. Lila Moss. Oh, I'm so fucking stupid. It's Kate Moss's daughter. I thought she was Asian because the eyes are like so. No, I'm so sorry. Wow. As Lila Moss shows us in everything from Chanel tweeds to Burberry checks. Photographed by Sean Sean Thomas. Love Chanel so much. In fact, I made this little art piece because I ordered some skincare the other day. Isn't this great? It's okay to be. Does it show up backwards for you? I don't know. I'm gonna leave this somewhere, like at a gas station. I think that's something Amy Gross would do, right? Anyways, love Chanel so much. We know this. But Burberry, Burberry, like the high, like Burberry right now is like so ghetto, so fucking ghetto. Like go to their website and you'll understand exactly what I mean. And it's a tragedy considering what Burberry like used to be. Even in like the logo and the font and everything that changed. It's tragic what happened there. But like the high point of like Burberry in the 2000s. And I love old school Burberry too. Don't get me wrong, but I love like 2009, 2010, 2011. I think Christopher Bailey, was that his name? He did so good, and that was right when like Cara Delevingne was getting onto the scene. That, in my opinion, was like really, really fun Burberry. But there's these boots that they're spotlighting, and there's like several photographs of them. So fucking cool. I would fucking rock those boots. And the photography here is like not bad, and the styling's not bad either. But yeah, these boots. Someone want to buy me these Miu Miu boots, please? My Amazon wish list. Love it so much. But yeah, like that's like beautiful. I thought she was Asian. Like, come on, I'm so fucking stupid. But like, yeah, pretty, right? And then here, the Call of the Wild as the cool days, blah blah blah. Kind of fucking loved. Here we go again, like the jacket. But I love the print here on this etro skirt. I don't know if you can sort of see this, but it's like a bunch of pieces. I don't know. I thought this was cozy. I thought it was well put done. Yeah, like maybe it's just the colors. I don't really know, but it just gives me a very what is the word for it? It's like like Russian countryside, like Eastern Europe, all of the prints, like the tartan, like that type of thing. Um, but anyways, so now we're at the back where it's just like pages and pages and pages of Zelenska and Jennifer Lawrence. So I'm gonna try to get through this quickly, and I'm not gonna read all of it because it's so fucking boring. But so, okay, they talk about Roe v. Wade. Much of her disappointment was directed at certain relatives back in Louisville, Kentucky, where she'd grown up, including her father. The 2016 election had torn open a rift in her family. Repairing it was an ongoing process, particularly since having a baby she had been trying to heal. She even discussed with her therapist the reoccurring nightmares she has about Tucker Carlson. What the fuck? Like, what the fuck? Her reoccurring nightmares about Tucker Carlson. These people are fucking crazy. I just worked so hard in the last 5 years to forgive my dad and my family and try to understand. It's different. The information they are getting is different. Their life is different. Wow. Like imagine that the life would be different from someone who lives in like this outskirts of Louisville, Kentucky, and a cosmopolitan of fucking Los Angeles and Manhattan, you know? Like so these people are so out of touch. It's just like, wait, why don't they live exactly like yeah, I gotta continue. Lawrence had a haunted look in her eyes. She would stop at times to apologize or make a self-deprecating joke, because that's the type of humor they try to do, and they're so bad at it. Then get visibly overtaken. I felt like I was watching a real life version of whatever she acts. I've tried to get over it, and I really can't. I can't. I'm sorry. But I can't fuck with people who aren't political anymore. You live in the United States of America. You have to be political. It's too dire. Politics are killing people. Here we go. Politics are literally killing people. The reversal of Roe v. Wade was reigniting all of it. She had not been entirely in Hillary Clinton's corner, but still found it incredibly upsetting that the country elected Donald Trump. It breaks my heart because America has had the choice between a woman and a dangerous, dangerous jar of mayonnaise. I just wow. And they were like, "Well, we can't have a woman. Let's go with a jar of mayonnaise." Because okay, these people again so out of touch. And now because I think about like Tulsi, I know so many people that would vote for Tulsi over Joe Biden if that was 2024. And especially if Tulsi were to run as a Republican, we love someone who would shake up the game. We know the thing about guns. You don't have to write it in the comments. Love you so much. And now, thanks to Supreme Court justices appointed by that dangerous jar of mayonnaise, the unthinkable had happened. I don't want to disparage my family, but I know that a lot of people are in a similar position with their families. How could you raise a daughter from birth and believe that she doesn't deserve equality? How? Um, yeah, it's just like really hard. So they go. It's probably just gonna make us more angry. How on earth can anyone have children and not want to restrict access to guns, she wants to know. I'm raising a little boy who's going to school one day. Guns are the number one cause of death for children in the United States. What? What? And then and she says this stuff, like, what? So fucking stupid. And people are still voting for politicians who receive money from the NRA. It blows my mind. What an operative use of word there, Jennifer. Love you so much. I mean, if Sandy Hook didn't change anything, we as a nation just went, okay, we're allowing our children to lay down their lives for our right to a Second Amendment that was written over 200 years ago. See, Sandy Hook starts to like fall in line with like the HOLO thing when you start to just question what exactly happened there. But who knows, girl? Who knows? At one point, I asked Lawrence if there was still open communication about politics with her family, if she still broached the subject with her relatives in Kentucky. Those Southern hicks that just don't quite get it, that don't. I broached the subject in the sense that I unleashed text messages, just boom, 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 boom. They don't respond. And then I feel bad and send a picture of the baby. Could you imagine just like going off with this vile, vicious stuff about like politics because that's all she fucking cares about because she's fucking crazy, and then like emotionally like wound them even further by like sending pictures of like their grandchild who is like under the care of this fucking psychopath. Jennifer Lawrence, your parents, like hit us up. We love you so much. Blink twice if you need help. Like, could you imagine, especially with the amount of power she has and wealth? Um, that's like cool that they stick to their guns, isn't it? Um, anyways, uh, this is what they do though. I have a cousin who's exactly like this. Parents like Republican and like they don't get along that way. And then like when the COVID thing happened, like she made it impossible to see her newborn baby and like forced them to get the cucarachi just so that they could see. It's like so fucked up. But this is exactly the type of thing they would do. And it's like this same fucking type of fucking girl that we need to like put down. And that's not a death threat, FBI. I love you so much. At another point, I looked down at my list of questions about her movie, blah, 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 blah. It talks about like women, and we don't really want to talk about like the whole Roe v. Wade thing. And then, yeah, and I'm not kidding you guys, it's just pages. It's like, it was a fashion magazine, right? Like, it doesn't stop. This is a kind of interesting hood by Altuzara, just like as an accessory, it's like kind of dig like the fur stuff in it, but also kind of makes you look like a nappy-headed hoe. So yeah, that's it, you guys. Oh, perfect. One of Dior's favorite little J's. Love her so much. Another J in the front, J in the back. Sorry, I'm in such a mood today. Actually, I'm in like an absolute mania. Venus is transiting my stellium in Virgo, and it's just been a level. So yeah, that's the Vogue October 22 edition. Not much to say about it. I think let's do the high point. The high point, I think, for me was that little bit at the end there with Lila Moss, like British, pretty, just pretty fashion photography. The clothes look nice. I think that was like, again, the English countryside. Probably the high point for me too. Yeah, I think that, and then that last little bit about like the clothes there. I thought that wasn't too bad. The low point, literally everything else. I mean, the advertising is just like, oh, like, can we go back? Do I still have it pinned here? Please tell me I still have it pinned. Where's the Canada Goose? Where's the Canada Goose? No! I'm I'm never gonna get over this. Oh, Canada Goose, eat your heart out. Anyways, I think I'm gonna leave it there. Oh, I have a comment. What the heck? Oh, but there's someone watching. Hey, everybody. I just like literally needed to like get all of my thoughts out about that. I'm so sorry you had to listen to it. Let's see here. Jack Swan. Burberry has been synonymous with Shav, like chauvinistic. Or is that like Chad? Chad called her. And I liked Burberry, and it reminds me of like that British, especially a lot of like their when they do more of like an aviation, like the big like leather bombers with like the lamb's wool and like the leather and the buckles and like the glass, the eyewear. Those are like so fucking good. And then just like the classic, clean, typical like Burberry plaid and all of that. Like love Burberry. I remember I was obsessed when Emma Watson was the face of Burberry for a while too. So cool. Jeremy, hey man, love you so much. It blows my mind based on how she got some of her roles. That's not the only thing that she's blowing. Yeah, like I said, I don't know much about her. I haven't seen many of her movies. I just like always see her in clips of like stuff that isn't funny. Especially when she interviews. She interviews like I could not imagine talking to someone like her. This is someone I bet she goes on Meghan Markle's podcast. Um, Megan Muscles Megan Muscles Markle, the princess who never will be. Um, I bet she'll go on her podcast. I bet they're friends, or run the same sort of circles, you know? Chavs are the English equivalent of wiggers. Oh. Well, okay, I guess we kind of have that too for like Lacoste, right? And like some of like the Polo Ralph Lauren stuff. Um, but I can't screen share right now, but let me find some Burberry ads and I'll try to convince you. But again, those days are long gone. Anyways, okay. So let me know if any of you picked up the latest issue of Vogue and let me know what you thought about it down in the comments. And I will be back soon with another video. You know, I love you so much. Bye.